All right. How's everyone's week? Who would like to share how's their week been?
Come on, someone else. I'm always talking.
Massive week.
Let you
I've
know.
had a massive week. So sticking to the goals. So I have been pretty social too as well. So out to dinner I went to Anna's for dinner. I've been to my nieces and caught up with her. So that's part of my vision board, is to reconnect with family. I had a surprise visit from my brother who landed up at my niece's place. I haven't seen him in 10 years.
The brother in Thailand?
From Thailand has come home.
Wow.
He's come back, but he's not well. So we found out that he's stage 4 cancer of the bowel, of the liver, of the lungs, and there's nothing they can do for him, and it's just building palliative care. Right now, he's looking happy because he's got so much love around him right now. And he's very weak, but he's okay. He's got his faculties and everything about him, so which is good. So it's a case of spending as much love and time and reconnecting with him.
What did you do that for?
Sorry?
She's talking to someone else. Sorry, honey.
So that's that.
I was going to suggest
he's here for the wedding. My nephew's come from New Zealand with his little boy, so I've got to meet his adopted son. So that's beautiful. His name's Hunter and 5 years old. So it was a big family connect, and it was just beautiful. So I'm looking forward to having some really good memories with the wedding on the 10th of February. So that's that news. Other news is, over my health side, I've actually kicked goals with that. I finally got to see a chiropractor, so I'm on.
Yay!
Apparently that's not so crash hot. So I'll go for an x-ray to find out where we're at. Hips out, one leg centimetre shorter than the other. My spine's twisted to the right. My neck there's a subluxation in my neck that's quite severe. So any wonder I'm being foggy headed and not thinking straight. So that's gonna, on the mend, I'll have that sorted. My goal is to get back to yoga, cycling and walking and kicking butt.
So she's going to teach me yoga. She's going to show me how to do yoga. Remember? You remember?
Yes.
We spoke about that.
Absolutely. So when I get all the corrections and get my back into gear, so I'll be back into all of that. So even more. So I was wondering why I was struggling to do it. So and that's the reason. So I'm in a bit of pain with my neck and stuff. So there's a few things I've got to work on. I've let my health go. So yeah, I know where I have to be. So it's all good.
Good work. Guess what? Get everyone to do rain job for you. All those problems could be resolved from rain job.
Absolutely.
Which is
I got it. I'm here, baby. Remember, I did your massage the other night.
The neck actually took that. What did we do? Pain away. The pain away actually helped with the inflammation, and it actually did take pain away. So good name for it.
So as long as you want to be our bunny, and Marie and everyone else can watch while we do you.
Wow.
All right. So oops, I'm sitting on the stool. I'm just so afraid I'll be like this. Okay, I'm holding on.
Can I just ask Evie a question, please? What's your brother's name, the one that has cancer?
Good girl.
His name is Sandor.
Sandor.
Yeah, and we were talking about that. No one has called him Sandor in 10 years.
What do they call him?
In Thailand, they can't say Sandor. In Thailand, they've been calling him Sandy.
Sandy.
And I'm like, Sandy, and I'm like, excuse the French ladies, fuck that. There's no way I'm calling you Sandy. I said it's Sandor or Shunny. Shunny was his baby, and you should have seen his face light up. Shunny was Sanyi, and it's the young lad, young boy baby name, like Eve and Evie, like your nickname. And as a kid growing up, his name was Shunny. until he became a man. And at 13 in Hungary, you're starting to, you come out of shorts and you wear trousers. And so you get the name Sandor because you're starting to develop into a man. So we call him Shani now. And his kids are calling him Shani. It's so cute. So Sandor or Shani. So he did, like when you say Sandor, he's like, what? It's so cool.
So Sani, S-A-N-Y-I.
Sany, it's pronounced Shani in Hungarian. Yeah. Yeah,
But you can
my
write-
name in Hungarian. So the tradition is in Hungarian, the firstborn son gets named after the grandfather, and the first named girl gets named after the grandmother. So my name is Eva. So as a little girl, I was Evika. So yeah, but I changed it to Eva now. I don't know.
Evika is good. I've got a cousin called Evika. So yeah, I'm from Hungarian background. So yeah, absolutely understand.
Shami.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's pretty beautiful. So sad circumstances, but joyous circumstances at the same time. And I guess it's really brought home that, you know, that book they say, sweat the small stuff, how friggin' true that is. Life goes
Don't sweat the small stuff.
That's it. It's not worth it. There's no worth. There's
No.
nothing. There's nothing we can't
It's
do
a good
if we want
book.
it bad enough. And life is hurtling by too fast for us not to grab it by the horns.
I'm so glad.
So there's a big shift, and it's been super to have my family. Like I've got my sisterhood, but you know, I felt so disconnected from the family to actually have, and the family's getting so small now, but was really nice to reminisce and hug and hold and talk and just be there for him and the family. And yeah, it was awesome. Anyway, I'm going on. It's not there.
You're allowed to.
So it's it's kind of it's given me a bit of a be another thing too. Like when I'm at work is work for now, but work is not where, you know, 6 months I'm out of there for sure. But and that's the
Love
first
it.
time I've actually said that. So and really meant that, because it was too scared. I was too scared to do anything really, too scared to move and change, knowing that I can do it and I should do it, but I kept stopping myself. So yeah, I think there's going to be some goal
Good
kicking
girl.
this year, girls. Goal kicking.
Good on ya.
Because you're not alone, honey. You can
No,
do
and
it.
that's right.
We've got your
Yeah.
back, but
Yeah.
Okay,
absolutely.
Evie, with your massage therapist certification, how far off did you finish that?
I didn't get to finish it. I got to just before the exam, and the workload pressure got too bad from work. Work had actually delivered me another area to look after. So I was looking after two area managers areas, so I didn't have the time.
Okay.
we need to finish
I was
it.
on call
Yeah.
24/7. So that's look, it's easy enough for me to reignite
Anna
that,
can
but
follow up with Evie. That's fine, Evie.
Huh?
Anna will follow up with you. Anna will follow up with you. All right,
Yeah.
let's get the call
Absolutely.
going. We are excited for you, Evie, and Linda
you.
will cover you in prayer. Linda, perhaps think about get a prayer list to the group, to the elite group. Okay, then we all will cover each other.
Thanks, Linda.
All right. Now, administrative, you guys are all here on most of you on Monday. So as the group getting bigger, we will talk about something like thanks. Who remember looking at the chat? Who's remember thanks cat? This hashtag thanks cat.
Yes. Our safe word.
What is a
I'll
safe
say-
word? And
A word that says it's trigger.
like triggers such as
Something that we're talking about, you know, could be, you know, a relationship, could be money, could be anything that suddenly you're finding your back up, or you're getting upset over. Am I? Yeah, I think I'm right.
yeah, you're right. So especially if you have a shit day after a long day, your husband, your partner, your girlfriend, your work colleague, anyone, even with yourself, you've been shitty, but you know, because our group is getting bigger, so we don't want to put other people's on the alerts, like what's going on. So hashtag thanks, Kat. So we'll know that you're not at the best place, but we'll look out for you. Or any topic that we discuss that you feel being triggered, like if I'm coaching Anne-Marie on the call, it's like, oh, kids, and then you guys are hashtag thanks, Kat. It's like, I got the trigger too, and then we'll look out for you. Or people might private messaging you like, hey, what kind of support that you need right now? Or do you want to talk to Kath? So what we'll do is hashtag thanks Kath, so we'll know. So I'll keep an eye. So next time, like very soon, that Anna will be learn to watch the chat for me, and she'll be like, we need a talk with so and so. Or put in capital Q when you have a question. This last call on Monday, everyone try put up the hand. I said,
Okay.
just put up your hand, and then everyone speaking on top of each other. It's good. If you have a question, put up a Q. If you want to share, put up an S. Does that make sense? So we'll follow the sequence. Like if Anna put out Q, so Anna go first, then Linda put out Q, then Linda go second. Then we'll be able to track it down. Fair? Good system to go with.
Yeah. Well, let's see how it goes, and if someone comes up with a better idea, well, let's hear it. But I think it's quite good.
Someone can come up better idea than Catherine. No, I'm kidding.
I'm going to say this. Absolutely. There's some really bunnies here, mate. I wouldn't put it past them.
I think Monday we're almost at 10 people. Okay.
That's fantastic.
So we almost at 10 people on the call. Katrina and Tamara is not here, so it'll be 8 of us plus Alicia plus Christine. Yeah, so that's 10 when everyone could come on the call. All right. Cool. Okay, so we celebrated Evie's win. So if you go back to the chat, you can see the top. There's a link to Facebook, which I just say share your wins with us. So click onto the Facebook. That link, it should bring you to my share with us your wins this week. So type in the comment, what are your wins this week or yet to complete as your win this week? So go for that.
I've been good. I did mine.
From
My
where?
wins, my actions, I did.
Sorry, I didn't know I had to do them.
Move your mouse onto the chat where you click the facebook.com/group. You click that link, will bring you back to the Facebook group.
I love your lipstick, Denise. I love
Purple.
the color. Yeah, I love it. It looks really good on you. Honey.
That's because I'm a purple girl. Or it is. Yeah, I wear it all the
Magenta
time.
speaks a lot. Magenta, the color speaks wonderful. Cool. Interaction. I did that. Oh, crap. Okay. Now I understand. That's cool. All right. I'll just transfer my wins. Sorry, honey.
No need to apologize. You all are learning.
Okay. All right.
Well done, Anne-Marie.
I just realized I needed to add more to it.
Then add more to it.
Honey, you okay?
Who, me?
Yeah. Did you say one more tablet?
No, I needed to
It's a
add a
hearing
few more
debt.
to it.
And some.
Better.
Good. Emery, look into the dream catcher whether you can do the pattern of the flowers of life.
Yes, I've been looking into so many things. I just got, like pieces of wood too, so I'm gonna make.
Yeah. Remember, focus on one as you develop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. How's everyone going?
Almost there, honey.
Evie finished her
Nearly there.
sharing. How's Linda's?
Done.
Cool. Evie also great. Yeah. Evie, a sensor for your brother is good that for him to bring him back, even though he's stage 4, there's so many different ways that we can help him with.
We can try. He's choosing not to do anything on it.
Yeah.
But maybe he'll change his mind after another specials appointment he has next week.
Yeah.
So-
Wait till he spend time with his grandchild.
And he's got time to
Oh,
reconnect
universe.
with everyone, which is beautiful. So he's staying at Liz's house, so he'll be staying there for some time, I'd suggest.
Mm.
for the night. And maybe as he gets his strength back, he might change his mind to want to,
Yeah, once he settled
When
in
he,
the
fight
Australia.
for life.
Yeah.
But he seems to be
yeah, once he's
resigned to the fact, not resigned, he seems to be very comfortable with his decision not to go ahead with any treatments.
Mm.
So we'll see. I'm being selfish. I want him to go.
Mm.
I want him to fight, but it's his decision at the end, isn't it?
2 points. Oh my God, so much I upload my credit card. It's not so. Join the call. Phone call. Ooh, Denise, that's exciting. That's happening. So the card issue been sorting out. And where's your job at? You
The
start-
defence base at here in Darwin, one of the defence bases.
Yeah, but like, do they have a start date for you? I know you was expecting to start in February.
Yes, no, still expecting to start in February. But they're all on it. Everybody's trying to make it happen. So
Yeah,
I don't feel alone anymore, which is great.
so good. So you said the clearance with the defense? Yeah.
Mm.
Make
I
sure-
have to do one more program and nobody's been able to load it for me, and that's like 6 weeks. And yeah.
You know what? Ask them, say, oh, to start doing the program, will I get back pay once I get starting?
I've hinted very clearly to it. So if I'm not working by the 1st of February, I will be demanding pay.
Exactly. Good girl.
But one of the office girls that's been working closely with me said she would load up the program. She'll ring me when it's ready, and she will sit on her end of the phone and me on my end of the phone, and we'll do it together, the program. So, which is grand.
Fantastic.
And everybody is aware that it's just been such an issue. They would waiver it if they could, but they can't.
Yeah, I understand. I don't know whether you heard that I actually was trying to enlist it into the army psychologist,
Was
and
you? Yeah.
and they couldn't get themselves organized. I thought like, I'm no way letting you send me to Afghanistan if you can't get organized in Australia.
Yeah, it's and they've got a new programs. So yeah, that they don't know what they're doing. And and the cop out is it just takes longer, and they don't care because it's the government. They just don't care.
Yeah, it's because we pay them lots of money to do F4.
Yeah.
Being polite.
Anyway, it is what it is. It gives me more time to do stuff I want to do, which is fine. I can bitch about it, but I don't really want to.
No, you don't have to. Well done.
I'm up taking lots of things.
Yeah.
I'd like to say I'm doing my course, but I'm not. By the time I do this stuff and all my other stuff, my course gets left in the last minute. And yeah, again, I've done none of it today. So yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I'll get Beth to link you guys up with the time mastery. Please tag all members. Linda, you did the time mastery, right? How did you find it? Because
Really good. It really helped. Yeah, it was excellent.
okay, I'll get Beth to tag all of you guys so that you all can use it, because
Awesome.
no points to
Because
yep.
sorry, because I seemed to be wasting a lot of time, but after I watched your time mastery, it all kind of eventually fell into place and not wasting so much time. Just getting in and getting those 3 tasks done. Yep.
Because who's here get overwhelmed when you think, I have 100 on my to-do list. We all experience that, right? Okay. But it's like focus on our 3, which 3 is most important for the day, and focus on that, and you build the momentum. And then once you finish that 3 tasks, oh, I got extra, I can play, or oh, I want to do one more task. That's how you build up. Okay. Now, any others? It is recording in Facebook group. Okay. Now, any feedback on Monday where we spoke about the emotional intelligence?
Well, go on. I spoke individually, but you know, everybody had an understanding of what they'd chosen, and were actually working through how they were going to improve. Now, Linda, would you like to cover what you'd picked? Remember, we were talking about the regulation, self-regulation. So what are you working on now?
So I thought I was motivation at first, and then thought about it later, and I thought, no, more than likely self-regulation. But then I'm already, getting my tasks done. And sometimes when I don't get all my tasks done, I don't beat myself up about it. And then with Anna's help, I realized I needed more self-awareness, and that I didn't totally understand what self-awareness is. And Anna explained to me how it's just listening to around me, listening to me, and hearing and being present at the moment. So I thought,
Okay.
the self-awareness.
Okay.
It's aware of self. We were focusing on aware of self. So because all of those come into place: the social, the motivation, the empathy, and self-regulation.
Yeah.
All right, good point. What's the here and now then, Linda? What do you mean by the here and now?
I suppose really just being present at the moment. Don't think of other things going on, that I don't need to think about, and just think about here and now, and like smell the roses, just think of the moment where we are at the moment, appreciate where we're at, what's around us.
Okay, good. All right, so it's more about be aware of the here and now. Don't rush to think about what's the next one I need to follow. It's like when I decided to spend time with you guys, I just kick Kelvin and Alex out for an hour to go shopping, so they won't be distracting me. So it's here and now. My time is for you. I don't even think about other things besides texting back. Oh, this is the task that we need to do. Okay, then I text her so I won't forget that. after this, I need to go and take a train. So now she's going to do it, and she's texting me, which one is that? Yes. So she'll be. All right.
I think it's really easy to get out of, not be here and now, especially if we're like most women who multitask.
Mhm.
So it's actually, what do they say? The new black is monotasking, and it really is important, I think, to actually be present. Yeah.
Do you remember we spoke about stop and breathe, pause. Just take that breath, then think the next. And even doing the 5 deep breaths, just take that breath, pause, and then move forward. We're not it. Yeah, sorry.
No, that's fine. Don't apologize, Anna. So Evie, for your benefit, because you were not here on Monday call. So what we did is around the circle emotion EQ with the 5 elements: self-regulation, self-awareness, empathy, motivation, and social skills. Everyone scored it out of 10. So where you are at with each of these, because you will have done this before, then it's like where we were 3 months ago will be different to today.
Yeah.
So we score that, and then we all make a choice is which area particularly that I would like to focus on working throughout this month. Okay. So yes, the monotask, because when we do multitask means our energy going everywhere. So the flow is going everywhere, means we're not floating in one direction.
Yeah.
So multitasking is no good. People say, oh, let's multitask. It's like, it's not going to help you to stay focused. Okay. So yeah, Linda, good, spot on. But how about others? How are you guys going? And if you choose one that you would like to work on, and then ask question how we could help you and support you, for this.
Yeah.
Anyone want to share so far where you are at from Monday till today?
Well, I chose self-awareness, and I'm very aware that I am not aware of myself in the way I'd like to be, like meditating and stuff like that. So yeah, I've been working on some of that. And as I just posted before, had an awesome meditation last night online with a group that I do meditation with, and just we all realised how unbalanced we are at this moment and how unbalanced the world is around us as well. So I had the first decent sleep I've had for so long last night because I was just so well balanced, and definitely I probably could say that I'm very self-aware because I'm aware that I am so out of whack, or was so out of whack. So yes, and I just need to get back into it and to be more balanced and be more centered, and have better breathing and get back to some routines that I once used to do very well.
Great job. I'm so glad that you have the awareness, but not beating yourself. It's like, see, how come you didn't do it? When we are aware, it's more the compassion that we need to, it's like what action we need to take. And you also have to reflect on this has been happening. And
well, I'm not, I might be singing a really nice song, but I tell you what, like I'm still going, I get angst about this machine that we talk on, and that device sitting over there. They drive me fucking crazy. And I am very self-aware that I allow that to happen. And that's probably my biggest downfall, that I allow that to get on top of me. I need a big shift in that direction, a big kick up the arse.
Yeah, I know.
And a huge learning thing.
It's okay. It's huge, but doesn't mean that you are not getting on, because you and Anna been getting on to get things done. So having anxiety is not all bad, because when people mention about anxiety and depression is no good. But when we get something feeling anxious, it's about our wisdom. They're telling us something very much need your attention to. Because this huge machine sitting in front of us is not a must. We can do without it when you choose to go offline. But when we are still in this current 3D world, a lot of things we need to get on this huge machine. So which means we need to take some time to work on it. And there's somewhere sending you messages, hey, I'm needing your attention. How does that sound to you, Denise? And say, like, these few things is like fucking hard. Or I need to put
I
some
don't-
attention.
I don't get quite that bad. I just go, take a breath and then regroup. Yeah, it just annoys me. That's all.
Yeah.
You know, if I
So-
was 27 or 37, I would have done half of this stuff at school and it would be so much easier. It's because of my age. It's just it's an age thing. Although not everybody my age has these issues. Lots of people my age are very much all over computers and phones and technology.
not where you're-
I'm not.
That's not where your strengths are, honey. You know,
No,
that's,
no. And
oh, you're-
I don't beat myself up over it. I just know it's a deficit that I need to feel, to look at and improve on. And it's just, you know, it always plays up when you least want it to. That's all.
Yeah. You know what,
Yeah.
Denise? I have an idea for you. Because you're so good with so many other things, it's like go on some platform that people will exchange their skills. Because what I can hear you is if I say I'll write up a standard operation procedure for you to read and follow the how to use a computer, that probably might be gibberish to you. Is for you is more about you watching someone doing it and working with you, right? So
Yeah.
there are some young people are willing to come and sit by you and teach you, or even look at your local library about computer 101. And it is
Mate, I'm on
impossible.
first name basis with the girl at the library who I go down and go, help, how do I do this? And she's awesome. And they've got a program and they just go, help, can't do this, and they help me. So I use every service that I possibly can. And I have another girlfriend who just said, pop around. I'm needing to make a time with her. I was on with Anna, and she can't figure out why my like
Her
email
Word
didn't
is
load
like
across, and my Word, everything, nothing loaded across the same way. I tried to open a folder up to make a new folder today. Can't find that. So, you know, just little things like that, that I used to be able to do all that stuff because it was right there. I had it there. It's not there anymore. And
It's okay, Denise. You know, I was going to go back and we'll talk about it offline, but take your disc, go back to where you purchased it, get them to unload it, unload the software and reload it. Because somewhere along the lines, there's actually an issue. They'll find the bug and they'll sort it out for you. Because your Word is actually two versions behind.
yeah,
That's-
well, why is that?
that's
Oh, yeah. Anyway, we don't need to discuss it here. You know.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
But the other thing, Denise, is there's some community houses around. Like if you look into that they give free computer lessons as well. So look out for those.
No, it's more about you have that hour, someone focus on your needs of what is missing link for you, Denise. It's not like I know that librarians are great. It's like, oh, you need this, just click. And then once they click, get sorted out for you, but you did not learn it yourself to know it how to do it next time. Does that make sense? So that's
Sometimes that happens.
Yeah. Because like I'll show my mom, and she said like, good on you that you can do it, but I didn't know what step you just take when you right click, left click, right click, left click. Of like, I don't have time to explain. Okay, so everyone is different. But anyway, so the self-awareness is important, and we do not go into, you know, scolding ourselves. But the fact is, what could I do? And Denise have been trying, and like she's so openly to say, hey, I'm not good at this. I need help. I think this is a really good attribute that we're able to say, I suck at this, but could you help me? Asking for help is one big thing.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. Goody. All right. Evie, have you looked at which one you would like to focus on in terms of the next 7 days where you want to work on?
I think that my self-awareness, we've worked on a lot of stuff in that first year and a bit. And it's been something that I've been working on for probably 2 years and a bit. Self-regulation, I think there's always room for improvement, but empathy, there's no issue there. Social skills, I could probably develop a little bit more around that area, but I reckon motivation will be the one I'm going to focus on.
Okay. So explain to us will be the reason you want to focus on motivation.
Well, it's the case of I'm always gonna. I'm going to lose weight and I'm going to go walk every night and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And then the going's gone and Eve doesn't do it. So it's more around how am I going to get myself motivated? What key things I need to focus
Oh, the
on.
atomic. Sorry,
Atomic
Denise.
Habits. Atomic
Yeah.
Habits is what I'm going to read. Okay, got it down.
Mate,
in my book.
it'll change your life.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm going out to get a copy tomorrow. Yeah. So that'll be what my focus is on this week. Like work. In work, I'm highly motivated, and I tend to, as you all know, I don't do things by half. So I give 100% and usually spent by the time I get home. So it's around keeping focus and not burning out and not giving too much to where I don't need to and give more to where I need to. So, yeah. But Atomic Habits sounds like a good plan, good place to start. Thank you.
It does highlight one thing that I think's worth passing on is that we all have good habits. You can probably identify 10 good habits that you have. If you want to introduce another good habit, tag it onto the end of an existing good habit. So if you want to lose weight, for instance, then when you're cooking dinner, start a shopping list that only has things on it that you want to eat, not replacing the stuff that you're already using. So that's one example, but you're clever, you'll be able to figure out stuff that you want to do. You get home, you get changed, then go for a walk. And instead of, so you tag that on there, you changed out of your work clothes, you get into walking clothes, then you go for a walk. So if you've already got a good habit, you just tag it onto it.
Yeah.
Good. Excellent. All right. We also cover, remember, today's topic is under the Radiant about soul, include the three components of willpower, our mind, and our emotion. Who's remember here? Does willpower last? We spoke about this on Monday. No. Okay. So we know that we need to have a good willpower, but it doesn't last long. I tested the ladies who would like a piece of chocolate. Everyone say, no. When I say, oh, but I'm going to bring chocolate back from Paris. And everyone's like, yes. Remember that? All right. I'll do a live when I'm in La Maison du Chocolat in Paris.
No.
Oh. Okay. So how about then our mind? Who's here remember we had a quick discussion about whether our mind is embedded in our body or in our brain, or actually our mind is beyond our body and our brain. Yes, Linda?
It's in both.
Yeah.
In both, yeah.
Every cell of your body. Every cell
Mm,
and beyond. For
Good.
sure.
all right. So our mind actually could be interconnected with others as well. And by now, most of you will have feel that when Anna's thinking about you guys in any good way, you can feel it, right?
Yep.
Or it's just, oh, I'm just about to call you. All right. So we are interconnected, especially when we have such a strong connection. No longer to rely on the phone. Okay. And how about our emotion then? In terms of how does our emotion could have impact on our motivation?
Absolutely.
Well, I feel like go out for a walk, but I get home. Oh, but I feel like to cuddle with Sammy together, Evie. I'm picking on you. Do you feel like still going out for a
I'm
walk?
sorry, did you just say you wanted to cuddle Sammy together? This is getting interesting. Sorry, Denise. Sorry, guys.
No, she didn't say that, Anna.
Oh, thank God. Thanks, Denise. I'll say, Evie, I feel like giving Sammy a cuddle, not me. Thank God my husband is not here. He'll be like, Anna, you are at it again.
Can't help
I
it.
think it's absolutely your emotion. So same like emotional eating with what putting weight on, and you're not even aware of it, that they're in play. I find that when I am in good habit and I am where it's ease and flow, and it's just I go for, you know how I was doing my 6.8K every day. I mean, I didn't miss, but changed my circumstances and environment, and it actually threw me off kilter. And so my walking habits started to just dissipate, because then all of a sudden, oh, it's too hard, it's too far, it's too this, it's too that. I'm too tired. I'm cranky because I've driven an hour and a half now home instead of the hour. And so, I would make excuses not to head out. So it was easier to stay in the comfort of my home than make the effort to go out. But though my body was craving for the walks, because it was so conditioned to the, that walking meditation, all the goodness that you get from being out in nature, all that stuff. So yeah, it can kind of, emotions do have a huge play, but that is again by ritual, by dedicated to your meditation, or some sort of movement, and keeping your mind fit and body fit, that it'll just happen automatically.
You have to develop systems that support your habits.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, do you think Sam would like to go out with you for a walk after work?
I know that it'll be me to walk on my own. Poor Sam's got bone on bone with his knees, so he's got issues. He wants to walk, but at the end of the day for him is an issue till he gets whatever's happening with his knees. But he's got no cartilage on his bone. He's got osteoarthritis, so he's bone on bone. When he walks, it's painful. So, but he does try. Give him that. But movement's important at the same time. So he's actually enlisting in physio, so he'll take care of that. That's his gig to take care of, not me.
Yeah, he needs to work on that. Okay, so if
Yeah.
he's not on the agenda, then it's like you need to decide when you come
I
home.
got to do for me and take care of me, not let go for me, because that I have a tendency to do is I'll take care of someone else. So he doesn't want to go, I won't go, or he'll stay home. I feel like, oh, maybe I should stay, Yeah, so it's that. So it's a case now, no, I got to go for my walk because it makes me feel good and it's fun and I love doing it. So, and it keeps me fit. So,
Good.
yeah.
Yeah. So one thing is, even though we don't feel like going, doesn't mean that your legs cannot keep walking. Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So make an appointment with ourselves. It's like, okay, my walking time is this time. Unless really emergency, you need to cancel your appointment with yourself, then rain, hail, or shine.
Yeah.
Or you go.
Yeah, that's what I did. Remember, I got onto the actually how I got back into the walking was I've got a new challenge. That I had a challenge with Fred Hollow Foundation, and I raised the 5,000. Remember, I was doing 100K, signed up to do $100 and raised $5,000 in the month of September last year. So it was really good to keep me motivated, and that got me back on track. My new challenge is, and I've set up a team in work. We're doing 57 squats daily for the month of March to raise funds for Breast Cancer Foundation.
Fantastic.
So that's my challenge. So it'll get me back, get that butt back in shape, and hopefully the bloody thighs back in shape.
Happy that you know where you're heading. Good. All right. Now, any questions or shares on this topic? Everyone's very quiet. All right. Now let's do some feedback then. Yes, as I decided, it's like Monday and Thursday, the topic will be the same. But of course, I didn't want to repeat the entire thing. So for those who attended Monday course, you have the opportunity to reflect on the last few days about what you learned on the topic. And today we did a bit of reflection and also helping those who haven't came on the call and learn about the topic. How do you guys find it? Like, is it helpful or like, oh, boring stuff, you're repeating yourself again? Okay, 10. This is a good flow from Monday to Thursday call. 1 is a shit call. Type in the chat. Everyone looks so serious. Answer me.
No, I think from the perspective is, yeah, it was on Monday, but you've had time to sit down and reflect of what was discussed and what people were saying. Okay, and then things happen, and you're wondering whether it's your will or whether it's the body or the mind when you're doing something. So, I've learned that even more. I'm getting stronger in relation to everything's connected. We spoke about this evening. I've
Yeah.
spoken to because I use this as an example when we talk about habits and we talk about the mind, and we talk about the will. I wanted to change change the way I was doing things. So I spoke to everybody about my gratitude, thinking that I know that I'm grateful, but my God, when I looked at the levels of the gratitude and what have you, that thought of saying thank you for every step when I walk in the morning is so powerful that your mind automatically does it while you're holding conversation. Because I've been practicing every day. I've gone, thank you. I start at this step on this way, and I go. So it's thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And someone says hello, and I go, yep, but my mind's still doing thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. But it's how your brain learns. And because I desire, my emotion is desire and love, it's working. When you're not in that frame of mind of motivation, I'm a motivated person. There are things that don't leave me unmotivated. I just do. And I'm pretty sure most of us in our group are like that. We are motivated. We're self-motivators and we motivate others. But for me, the spirit and the will and the mind, I've learned are all interconnected, because when the spirit is high, the body moves, like it rises, and my will just goes bang, I'm going to do this, right? So that's what happened to me this week. I'm thinking, I've gone through this. I did this last year and I'm doing it again. And I'm going, no, absolutely. Now that I understand more about what this does and what my body and my spirit and everything's doing, I've got more connection.
Absolutely. It's keeping the momentum. Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's
that I wasn't getting, like, when we first started, Catherine, all the rituals, like, oh, do I have to get up early in the morning? No, don't make me do it. Remember, I didn't want to get up in the morning. And so that was really challenging. But
as a child, we do this as child.
Yeah.
The children
once
do
you
this.
get into the momentum and you practice and you just keep practicing, you just get better at it, and it gets easier and it becomes natural. Yeah, it's beautiful.
All right, so this format works for the moment. Is that right? So I'll keep this going. And so next week we'll be talking about the spirit on Monday.
Okay.
All right. So nothing is going to be exactly the same, because even I feel the energy is very different. You guys, definitely for those on the Monday call, you have shifted with, and you keep working on it. So if you perhaps will be an advantage for you to watch the replay on the Monday call as well. And then it's like, any question we can work on this call, but then everyone will get benefit because, they might have not think about, how about this way, that way. There's many ways to get to. Good. We have 3 minutes. Dun, dun, dun. Anyone?
That's a good point.
Yep.
What Denise has put in, it's a very good point. People who seem really motivated have found a way to deal with repetitions.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that create boredom. No, I understood, Denise. It is. Some people are like that. Some people are. I think from me, and we spoke about conditioning. Evie and I had a discussion, and Linda, and I may have spoken to others about this, but it's we had an intense conversation in relation to our condition. I'm conditioned to get the shit done. And it started from when I was a little girl. Mum handing me a baby and saying, this is my responsibility. She is my life. That was it. So I raised my sister, and from there, I wasn't the eldest child. I was told I was the eldest child. So the responsibility was like, got to do it. Uncle rings up, says, I need this. No questions asked. I'm there. So it's not just a habit, it's ingrained. So yeah, absolutely. I absolutely understand what Denise is saying, because I've heard other people, I've heard one other person say that to me in relation to repetitions that create boredom. The mind decides that it doesn't want to listen anymore, and everything else stops.
Oh, love you,
Guess
lady.
what book I'm reading? Guess what book I'm reading?
Anne-Marie?
Has anyone watched that? Oh, I'd assume you have, Catherine, but on Gaia, that Joe
Joe
Dispenza.
Dispenza.
Yeah, that show Rewired. He's done a show called Rewired. I'm watching that.
Rewire your
Oh,
brain. You can absolutely could.
Yeah, absolutely.
Remember, often negative.
It's called neuroplasticity. And every time we do something new, we create new pathways. And it's absolutely fundamental when you start looking after people who've had a stroke who can't use their right arm. They have to find new ways to get the messages through for the arm to work again, or the leg. And neuroplasticity is where everything's going. That's why you are still able to learn as an adult, because you rewire your brain every day with everything you do. You find different ways to raise 7 children. I bet you are not raising the 7th one anything like you raised the first one, because you found different ways, different nooks and everything to get over all of that stuff. And it's the same with everything we do. You know, you find different ways, you do things differently. You can't walk, as Evie's Sam can't do so well, so he'll find other ways to do things, ride a push bike, whatever, you know. Do squats and sits and stuff like that he can do exercise with. It's just rewiring. Everything we do is rewiring. Speaks a woman who needs to rewire her brain to be in sync with this wiring in this machine.
You will. It is
I
happening.
actually read a book on neuroplasticity when my father-in-law had the stroke and so no, absolutely. But if you think about it, we've been rewiring our brain since we were children.
All right.
So everything.
Some aren't so good at that rewiring. Their default is the rope in the brain is so thick that they just do everything automatic. There's some people that don't cope with change real well for that purpose, so that they're harder to actually retrain themselves. They don't want to rewire.
Okay.
All
right, ladies. Is hour past 1 minute, but who wants to hang out for another 10 minutes to have a coffee and chit chat? I'll stop the recording.
Absolutely.